everybody, this is Albert. And as you know that this is my last year in the TPU in this school, and actually that last day. So I'm planning my graduation trip, and I believe some of you here has already have your graduation trip, right? Was it great? Where did you go? Thailand, Japan, Hong Kong, or United States? Today I choose to go to Egypt. I believe you never saw of Egypt, but why? Why I choose Egypt? Don't you think that riding camels between those periods was so romantic? In Egypt, you could enjoy lots of historical or nature attractions. So let's take a look in this figure. You could see that from 2,000 years, tourists arrived Egypt went ups and ups and ups till 2010. What happened there? We will explain it later. So today I asked help from some of my great friends, Moody, John, Linda, and Kevin. They will introduce some part of Egypt like what to see in Egypt, what to eat, or what to be cautious, and what to wear, the most important. Let's start from Moody's part.
Hello, I'm the historian Molly. Today I'll show everyone what the background of the Egypt. First, the Egypt has lasting for over than 5,000 years ago. So we roughly separated into 4 periods. The first one is classic antiquity. It means the ancient Egypt culture as we know today. Now the Middle Age, early modern, and modern Egypt is close to now. All the famous cultural relics we know were built in this period, like the mummy or pyramid or the pharaoh. The mummy, why they made the mummy? Because they believe when people die, they could resuscitation again. So they need to preserve their body for in case they relive again. So after they made the mummy, they put it into the pyramid. The pyramid is the king's tomb. Only king can build the pyramid. And as soon as the king took office, they started to build the pyramid. And the king in the ancient Egypt called Pharaoh. The Pharaoh to the people is not only a king or a people, they are God. He is the son of the God. So they adore him and very worship. And next one, we'll talk about the Golden Age. It means the whole time of the classic antiquity. First is they were very good at medical science. They knew very well about anatomy and medicine. That's why they can make the mummy, because they need to it took out all the organizer of the body in case they start rotting, and then use many different medicine to preserve the body. Next one, their maths are also very brilliant. They are good at geometry, so they build the pyramid very big and strong. Now the special one is the Egypt is the only ancient civilization that use solar calendar. All other 3 ancient civilizations were all use lunar calendar. And the solar calendar they used were very accurate. They had already known there are 36 and 5 days in a year. Next one is to talk about their religion and civilization. The Egyptian belief is very polytheism. They believe in many gods, and the main god of the whole system is Ra. It means the son of the god, and Pharaoh is the son of the Ra. And next one is Egyptian hieroglyphs. It is the Egyptian word, and it was, as you can see from this picture, it was the original English word from the Egyptian one. And next one is papyrus. It was the oldest paper they invented, and it was made from some plant. And it also used from the it was used by the Roman Empire. And next one, after this golden age, the Egypt was collapsed and was colonized by many different civilizations. So during this long colonial period, they lost their own culture. They don't believe in law, or they don't make any mummies. So they believe in Eastern now. Their culture is close to Arab culture. And finally, they built the Republican region in 1953. Next one will show you about the special food in Egypt. We are next to the jam.
Hello everyone, I'm John. I'm a great eater and I love Egypt food so much. And today I want to talk about it in Egypt. And the first is I want to introduce is diet culture of Egypt. There are many different countries' food in Egypt because there are many wars in Egypt and many countries occupied Egypt before. So these countries influence Egypt food deeply. And there are three main types of restaurant in Egypt. The first is Western restaurant. It usually offers French cuisines. And the next is Middle Eastern restaurant. And it offers Egypt cuisines and mixed dining. And mixed dining is Egypt and Turkey and France food. And the last is a restaurant with characteristic food, just like China cuisines and so on. And Egyptian likes spices very much. They put many peppers, salt, ketchup, and curry in their food. And this is the main food, non-staple food, and they eat meat. And main food is rice, pita. Pita is a kind of bread. They usually eat pita with sauce and vegetables. Yes. And barley is the main food, and oat. And the non-stable food has vegetables and fruits. And as you can see, they eat lotus, onion, and fennel. Fennel is 茴香. And they eat the fruits they eat are grape, fig is 无花果, and that is 椰枣. And they eat beef, fish, chicken, and lamb, but they don't eat pig because of pork, because they are related. And here I want to introduce their characteristic food. And the first is molokhia. And this is a kind of soup with green color. And people used to use many vegetables and garlic in soup. And they usually just like this. And they usually eat this soup with rice and some meat. And the next is kebab. And this cuisine is introduced from Turkey. And they will put beef or lamb into a string with some spices, and then they will drill it. After drilling it, they will cut this meat into pieces. Then they will put this meat into pita, and sometimes they will eat with some salad and rice. Just yeah, and in Taiwan, people call it shawarma, but in Taiwan people eat kamba with bread, but not pita. And the third is hammer. It is a traditional Egypt cuisine, different from other countries' way to cook it. Egyptian will put rice and vegetables and green wheat into the squab. Squab is a little dove, and then they will put squab in to drill. Then you can see this is very delicious. And after eating it, I think you will have a good experience in eating a bird. Yes. And the last is koshari. It is another local food in Egypt, and it contains rice, pasta, onion, and black lentils, and they will add ketchup. And they will cook these ingredients separately and then put them together, and just like this. After introducing these foods, once you have a chance to Egypt, please don't miss this delicious food. And next is my teammate Linda. He's going to talk about Egypt a lot. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Linda and I'm a reporter. For Albert's questions, I will focus on talking about Egypt's political situation and the traveling alert. And now, our Ministry of Foreign Affairs and this department can also be called MOFA has issued an yellow alert on Egypt traveling, and that means travelers should be aware of their travel safety, or they should reconsider the plans for going to Egypt. And as for Sinai area, our MOFA has issued a red alert, and that means this area is dangerous. Travelers shouldn't go to this area. But why Egypt and Sinai are issued these two alerts? Or we can ask like that, why Egypt and Sinai are in this tight and unsafe situation? That is because in 2010, Tunisian revolution outbroke. And this trend of revolution has quickly spread around Middle East and South Africa, including Egypt. So in 2011, Egyptian revolution outbreak also. And this revolution has caused the overthrow of the president Hosni Mubarak. And this is a corrupt president. So people then elect new president Mohamed Morsi in 2012. But the peaceful situation in Egypt did not last long because in 2013, Egypt broke out their diplomatic relations with Syria, and then people demand of the overthrow of the president. So Egypt army then quickly arrest Morsi, but this caused serious armed conflicts between the supporters of President Morsi and the supporters of Egypt army. Even after 2012, new President Sisi take office, Egypt is still in a dangerous and tight situation. So there's bombings, terrorist attacks, and kidnappings continues happen in Egypt area. But bombings are usually against for uniformed personnel, and terrorist attacks and kidnaps are again for foreign tourists like us. So our MOFA warns travelers that when traveling in Egypt, do not join demonstration on the streets. Do not visit mosques when the Islamic worship is going on. And do not linger around police department, checkpoint, or other government agency buildings, since bombings are usually happening in such places. And at the end, the most important, do not act alone when traveling in Egypt. So let's move to Egypt weather on Kevin.
Hello everyone, I'm the weather expert, Evan. First, I will introduce the river Nile, Ilohe. The Nile is the longest river in the world, and the ancient Egyptian culture prospered around the river. Nowadays, over 90% people living in the Delta area, 三角洲. As the saying goes, Nile dry in morning, Egypt die in evening. It points out the importance of Nile in Egypt. In this picture, you can see almost all construction developed beside the river. In capital Cairo, the weather is dry and hot. In this chart, you can see even in January and February, the temperature still 20 degrees. So there's no winter in Egypt. However, in the desert region, the weather becomes more extreme. The temperature will be high to 40 degrees in daytime and drop to 10 in the night. In March and April, the most dangerous nature disaster in Egypt is Kanxinfeng. It comes from the western desert, and it carries the hot air and the sand. So I suggest everyone to visit Egypt in November to February.
So, I invite you, let's travel with me to Egypt. And afraid of yellow alert or bumping, don't worry, I will protect you. Thank you.